Mom leaves the kids in charge. Gumball and Darwin accept the challenge. They promise to be extremely responsible. Mom explains they must babysit Anais. The boys claim they were born ready. Dad refuses to wear his pants. Parents leave for the school meeting. Darwin feels confident about this job. Anais tries going upstairs in disgust. Gumball blocks her, citing safety stats. She sits down to watch television. Gumball panics and smashes the television. He claims commercials corrupt young minds. The broken television catches on fire. Darwin throws water on live wires. Sparks fly across the smoky room. Anais questions their terrible babysitting skills. They continue making a huge mess. Anais lists all the chores she does. She sighs and obeys them anyway. Dad feels naked at parents' night. The teacher criticizes their terrible parenting. The boys decide to cheer Anais. They take her out for a walk. Gumball teases a dog with snacks. The fierce dog suddenly bites him. Darwin decides the baby needs food. Gumball worries the food is chunky. They chew the food up themselves. They offer her the chewed meal. She demands water for her bath. The boys leave her alone inside. They insist she wears protective gear. Gumball tries forcing the diaper on. Panic strikes as she runs away. She refuses to wear the diaper. Gumball bangs angrily on the door. Suddenly, they realize she has escaped. Anais locks them out completely now. She mocks them from the roof. The clever girl starts reading books. She continues taunting the worried brothers. Meanwhile, parents return from the meeting. They notice the flooded swimming pool. Anais shouts for help from upstairs. Gumball desperately tries smashing doors open. Darwin watches the water level rise. They struggle against the rising tide. Furniture floats all around the house. Everyone gasps for air underwater. They reunite inside the flooded hallways. The trio swims through the rooms. They push forward against heavy currents. Water pressure builds up behind doors. They finally burst the front door. A massive wave sweeps them away. They crash hard onto the lawn. Mom and Dad arrive home shocked. The kids embrace their relieved mother. Mom discovers the complete household destruction. Dad asks why the television burned. Gumball tries taking the full blame. He admits Darwin left water running. Anais remains unimpressed by their act. Their father blames them for everything. Mom tells Gumball to return movies. She insists he returns the disc. He must avoid a late fee. Mom demands he goes right now. Gumball asks if she can go. She has the family car today. He reluctantly agrees to the task. Gumball searches for the missing disc. Darwin is cutting it with pizza. Gumball scolds his brother for carelessness. Then he uses a rough sponge. The disc is now ruined forever. Gumball crafts a fake cardboard disc. The fake disc looks quite convincing. Suddenly, a red letter arrives home. The letter demands a large fine. They must pay the store now. The boys struggle for good ideas. They try begging for spare change. Life on the streets is tough. They encounter a very angry person. Darwin tries to perform some beatbox. Their performance does not earn cash. A homeless man wins the lottery. He celebrates his newfound wealth. The boys check their many messages. The video store demands their return. They desperately need some quick work. Darwin reveals his hidden language skills. A strange job offer appears online. They head in for an audition. The makeup artist questions their age. They attempt to look much older. The machine scans their faces intently. They pose for the camera lens. Gumball suffers a sudden allergic reaction. He desperately needs to wash up. Their audition results are quite poor. Disaster strikes their house once again. They must hide everything immediately now. Mom senses that something went wrong. She warns them she is coming. They need a new movie copy. Piracy is stealing, but they persist. The desperate plan might just work. They race toward the rental store. Tires screech during their frantic drive. They rush to avoid Mom's wrath. They arrive just in the nick. Everything is falling apart around them. A monstrous creature suddenly attacks Mom. They rush to check on her. The situation becomes truly very dangerous. They must save their mother now. They finally decide to face consequences. Mom returns home and confronts them. She demands full payment for damages. The boys hand over the tape. Their homemade movie starts playing immediately. Cardboard alligators attack the moving train. Darwin fights bravely against the cardboard monsters. They save everyone and celebrate their victory. The ridiculous film finally reaches its end. Larry stares at them with disbelief. Every single credit lists their names. Larry demands the actual rented disc. They confess it accidentally got destroyed. The store clerk calculates the massive fee. $700 shocks the brothers completely. Mom steps in to pay the bill. They learn a very expensive lesson. Consequences finally catch up to them. Life brings unexpected financial burdens sometimes. They walk back home in silence. Regret weighs heavily on their minds. Everything returns to normal around town. The chaotic ordeal comes to a close.